Hey everyone, I am Ashish and welcome to this AI bootcamp. So far we have discussed basics of Python, like how to run Python scripts, what are data types, what are operators, what are the data structures. Now we are gonna discuss what conditional statements are. And now it will make sense like what the booleans are for true and false, remember? So before we go there, let's discuss just a little thing called code block. Let's say I'm writing a equals 10. It may be a very small code. It may be a very not so useful in itself kind of a code, but it's not incomplete. It's a very much complete code on its own. So one line is complete. That is called a code block. Over here we have two code blocks. And if we talk about a if statement, it goes like this. If something is true, do for me this thing. Now, if statement has this entire code block, and code blocks, whatever you write inside one, I would say code block, should be indented four spaces or one tab. So, like if true, print the code is executed. Let's run this file. Run this cell. You see the output is code is executed. So the thing is, if then some condition, do something for me. This is the entire code block for your conditionals. If false, print does not matter. This code will never be printed or whatever the case is. If false, then this line will never be read by Python. Like let's say you have a equals 10, b equals 11. Now print a is less than b. Is a less than b? Yes, true. So that's how we use conditionals. If a is less than b, print a is less than b. Makes sense, right? Then over here, we have two code blocks, one for this and one code block for this. That's why you will see that uh, indentation, after the indentation, I'm starting the restarting the indentation for the second if block. So first if block is this, second if block is this. These two are separate matters. So these two have their own code blocks, separate code blocks. If a is less than this b, then print this. Otherwise, print this. I could use something like this. If true, if false. So wherever the true is, those things would be executed. Those code blocks will be executed. But if false, this line will not be executed. Let's talk about if else block. In the if else block, this entire thing is a code block. Like if condition is true, do this, and that's it. Game over. Otherwise, if condition is false, then go to the else block and do this. That's why these four lines are part of the same code block. If false, do for me this. Otherwise, the else condition says, otherwise, if true, then do for me this. All right. How do we use this practically? Over here, we will see that if A is greater than B, which it is, so do this. Otherwise, if A is not greater than B, print this line. And you can see that this line has been printed by Python. So of course, the if block was executed, not the else block. But the entire thing was one code block. You need to remember that thing. So more or less, that is the conditional statements. Then there is else if, and things like that. Like let's say if condition do something, else if condition 2 do something, else if condition 3 do something. This whole thing would be a part of single code block. For example, over here I'm asking if A is greater than B, then print A is greater than B. Else if, in Python we write else if as elif. Else if A is equal to B, then print this thing, or you can say execute this line. Otherwise, if neither of the first two conditions are true, then A is not greater than B. Fair point? Okay. I think that's about it. Yep. Let's go to functions. We've been using function for a while now. Print function, range function, list function, set function, depth function, and tuple function. We've been using it for a while. Now we formally introduce the concept. So as you can see, range is a function. It does not really do anything. It just creates a range object for you. If you pass the range inside list, then it does something. If you pass the range inside tuple function, then it will do something. Like over here, over here. Okay. So right now I'm calling list, take this argument or take this thing as your argument, and the output is range of 10 to 12. So numbers ranging from 10 to 20, I mean, numbers ranging from 10 to 20 will be printed. 20 will be excluded though, because the first number is inclusive and the second number is exclusive. Okay. Print function, we have been using it for a while. Print, 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 print. So yeah, print is a function, any kind of functionality. String formatting, I don't think we have discussed it. So yeah, let's discuss this now. So let's say you are in a condition where you need to write something like this. You have a string. My name is, I can hardcode my value Ashish, right? But when other students will run, their name might not be Ashish. Their name might be different. So I could create a variable like name equals Ashish, and I would want that that variable name comes over here. But if I print it just like this, but if I print it like just like this, my name is name will appear. I want this particular name to be the variable, not just the literal string. So for that, we have multiple options. Either we could use f string, and we can say that write this thing as a placeholder inside the curly braces. The curly braces inside your double quotes or single quotes mean that this is a literally a variable, not the part of string. So now if I run it, you will see that my name is Ashish. I can change the above name and the change will be instantly reflected over there as well. Fair enough. This is the first method. Second method would be like let's say I'm writing a variable name fruit. Fruit equals right now, let's just say apple. So the string goes something like this. I love to eat apples. But if someone else is running the script, you might have guessed they might not love apples so much. So we need a placeholder. We need this to be a fruit rather than apple. But if I run it just like that, it says I love to eat fruit. I want to have this fruit to be replaced with this variable name over here, this data over here. So the second method, the first method is the f string. The second method is the dot format method. I can say dot format, and whatever the first placeholder is, use the variable fruit over there. And you can see I love to eat placeholder dot format fruit. Fruit, the variable will fill this placeholder. So I love to eat apple. You can change the this kind of variable and it will become I love to eat mango. There is a third type of formatting as well, but usually these two things are used. So let's stick to only these two. It's helpful in this f string, and the string formatting is helpful when you are using multi-line strings. So like let's say number of apples, then audio gear. I'm using Sennheisers. Maybe someone else is using something else. Price, just I'm typing the random price. It doesn't really have to be 400, 440, anything. Discounted price 300. I'm just writing it out. So the entire thing becomes I purchased number of apples, this many apples from a local shop, but then I noticed a discount on my favorite headphones, blah blah blah. The total price was this, but the discounted price was good this. I went out to buy apples, but ended up buying blah 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 blah. Let's take a look at the output of it. I purchased 10 apples, number of apples. I purchased 10 apples. Then on my favorite headphone Sennheiser over here, which was audio gear. So now Sennheiser replaces that. So now you can see that how this uh, thing is working. All right, now let's move to the next topic, which is some subtle topics, really. The in keyword, like I, in, this. Not I, is one present in the list of one, two, three? Yes, visibly I can tell, yes, it is present. How do Python tell? Yes, true. Python says true. One is present in one, two, three list. Value 1 equals 10. Value 1, 10. Is 10 present in this list? Yes, I can see it. It's the third index value, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, third index value it is. So value 1 in sequence list. Take a look. Value 1, 10 in 1, 2, 3, 10. Yes, it gives me true. That's the in operator for you. Well, in sequence list, no, I didn't see any 12 over there. So false. Not in operator just does the opposite of what in is supposed to do. So if I have a sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, one in sequence list, yes. One not in sequence list, no. One is actually in sequence list. So you cannot say one is not in sequence list. That statement is false. So that's why you see the output as false. All right, let's close this video for now. And in the next video, we will discuss loops.